Hi friends, I'm Manzoor Siddiqui, SQL Server DBA. Today we are going to discuss about how to create databases in SQL Server. You can create a database by SQL Server Management Studio or by TSQL. Both methods are quite simple and takes very less time to create. But before creating any database, you must analyze your business requirements, database parameters, available resources and number of users, and your working environments. To create a database, you need at least one primary data file and one log file. So now we'll see how to create a database. Okay, so I'll switch to my SQL Server Management Studio. Okay, so this is my SQL Server Management Studio. I have written one query to create a database. Okay, you can simply create database like create database, then you can give a name of database. For example, I'll give a test db. Okay, you can just write this create database name and you can execute it. Okay, so it will create a database in one line with default path and default size. Okay, so this is your test db database. If you'll right click on it, go to properties, so you can see in general. Okay, this is your collection. Now I'll go to files because this is important because it has taken default path. Okay, so logical name, it has taken test db, and this is your a log file test db underscore log. Okay, so initial size for primary data file is 5. Okay, and log file size is 2 MB, and this is auto growth and max size by 1 MB unlimited, and log file by 10% limited to this much MB. Okay, and this is your default path for your testdb.mdf master data file, and this is testdb underscore log.ldf file. If you'll go to file groups, you can see this is a primary default file group it has created. So I'll just close it. Okay, this is one method. You can simply create database with this command, create database name. Now you have other method. If you want to specify your parameters, your file path, and your file size, max size, and file growth, so you can do the same with create database name. On primary, this is your file group, and this is your name equals to this is logical name. File name equals to, you have to specify full name of master data file. Okay, so we have taken C drive database booksinfo.mdf. okay, size is 50 MB. I have taken it for demonstration purpose. Okay, you can specify your size according to your database requirements. Okay, so max size is this much, 500 MB, and file growth equals to 10%. Okay, so file growth I have specified here. Now you can create log on name equals to this, file name equals to this is similar to this one only. Okay, except that you have specified this .ldf. okay, so this is log data file, max size is unlimited. You can specify a different one if you want. Okay, so basically we need at least one master data file and one log file to create a database. So I'll just execute it. Okay, so I'll go to my database node and refresh it. Now you can see this database, create database, this data books info database. This is books info database which has been created. I'll just right click it and I will go to properties and we'll check the options. Okay, so as you can see, books info underscore primary. Okay, this is books info underscore primary. This is logical name. okay, for a master data file, and books info underscore log for log data file. And if you'll check initial size, okay, so it is given here: auto growth, max size, okay, and your file path, C drive database, and your file name, physical file name is given here. So I'll just go to C drive database path and we'll check it. This is a C drive database. So this master data file and log data file is created here. I'll just close it. So if you want to create a secondary data file that is .ndf, you can do the same. You can add here, okay. Suppose if you want to add secondary data file also, you can do the same. Okay, books info, you can give your logical name of secondary data file and extension as ndf. Books info, I'll just rename it physical file name as books info underscore sec. This is for secondary database, and you can specify this parameters, size, max size, file growth, okay. So before creating it, I'll drop existing database, okay. So I'll just compile it. Now I'll try to create it with one master data file, one secondary data file, and one log file. Okay, so my database is created. I'll just refresh the node. Books info, I'll right click and go to properties. I'll check secondary data file, okay. So now I have file group primary, and you can check, see, this is a logical name books info underscore secondary. This is a secondary data file, okay, with extension .ndf. It is available, okay. So this is one way of creating a database. Suppose if you want to add a file group, okay, you have one file group as primary and you have another file group as books info underscore g1. So we'll create it. I'll just drop existing database. Now everything is same. Create database name on primary, name equals to this file name, size, max size, and file growth. Then log, this is required, this is compulsory, okay, to create a database. Now we have to add file group, okay. So I'll mention file group name, then other things are same. This is books file group 1 logical name, and your file name equals to full path of file group, okay, then size, max size, and file growth. So I'll just parse it, okay. I'll execute. So this is completed successfully. I'll refresh it. Books info, I'll go to right click and properties. See, I have, you can see, okay. So I have this one master data file. This is ndf and ldf. I'll go to file groups. Now you can see we have added one more file group, okay. Primary was default, and this is one more file group which we have added, books info underscore g1, okay. So it has been added in file groups of database properties. So this was with TSQL. If you want to create a database through SQL Server Management Studio, you can go to database node, right click on it, create new database, okay. You can give a name of the database as, for example, I'll take ABCD, okay, and you can specify the size and path, If you want to change it auto growth or max size, you can click on it and you can specify here. Okay, in percentage if you want to give, you can select this in percent. In megabytes if you want to give, you can specify MBs. Okay, and maximum file size you can mention here. And if you want to change file path, you can click on it and you can navigate to your folder, and you can select that folder. Okay, then you have options. It has collation, recovery model, and compatibility level, all this details. File group, if you want to create a file group, by default primary is available. If you want to add more file group, you can click on add and you can specify here. Okay, right now I'm not adding any file group here. So what you have to do, just right click on databases and create new database, mention database name and click on OK. Okay, I have added one file group option. I'll just cancel it. Right click on it, new database, I'll mention ABCD and click on OK. So it has created ABCD database. You can go to properties of it and check. It has taken default path and default file name. Okay, if you want to change path, you can right click on it and you can change from that path only. So this was about how to create a database. Okay, if you like my video, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. This is my website. Okay, so you can visit to sqlserverlog.com. You can subscribe to a newsletter, join me on Facebook, or you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you have any query, you can go through this article I have written here. Okay, how to create database by TSQL, then how to create database, okay, by SSMS. If you have any query, you can leave a reply. Okay, thank you.